I met a vampire. I just decided to record a video. One been asking me.
Fire, and you can't convince me otherwise. You just can't. You just can't.
Shout out to the wolves. Salute to the ninjas.
Another story time. The time I met a vampire. I just decided to record a video. One been asking me about the story, so here it goes. I'm a rideshare driver in New Orleans. So, of course, I encounter all types of people from all walks of life. One particular ride was very interesting. Now, this was a couple of years ago when this occurred. For the most part, I remember what she said. I do not remember what she looked like.
Or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans. I can't get into the specifics in an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here, because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed myself and my wife was very disturbing. At one point you said that they're
Okay.
I'm riding, pick up this passenger, and I remember our...
So when you say this lady sounds crazy, you just repeat what that government official just said in your mind and call him crazy.
conversation. And the crazy thing,
And then realize he stood in front of Congress and he said this. You realize they said non-human beings are real. Now, everybody just says alien, and your dumbass brain goes right to outer space. A non-human being could look just like you. Doesn't have to be a green little man, dumb fucking asshole. Duh. A non-human being means it looks like you, but it's not like you. Sort of like we have these two words, man and mankind. Humans. See, I figured that out a long time ago when I said, why do we call ourselves human? And I said, it's kind of weird because my father calls me a man. That's what my father said. He said, I made you a man. You're a man. And then 25. Then, I remember the laws where they said, you're not a man. And I said, oh, what better way to make me feel like nobody? By taking my God-given, can I get it? My God-given title, Adam. See, when you learn in America, you learn Adam, and that's just a name. But when you learn from the other side of the world and the knowledge they know, Adam means the word man. It's not a name. It just means a life form. Get it? It's what describes the life form that looks like the Lord. And, his angel buddies made other things. They made their own atoms. So, anyway, Let's see where this goes.
The thing is, I can remember her voice. I can even as I'm telling you this, I can hear her voice in my head, and I can even picture like this part of her face, around her mouth, her lips. I can see them moving as she's talking to me, and I remember her hand being on my shoulder, and I remember what it felt like when she touched me. A lot of other stuff, it's like was just completely erased. So I pick her up, and I do know that we were having conversation. I talked to many of my passengers, and she is telling me I have really great energy. So I told her thank you. She asked me some things about myself. Nothing too private, nothing with too many details. So I just kind of gave her some general info. And I remember her telling me that she wasn't from here. That I do remember. And she proceeds to tell me how much she loves New Orleans, how much she loved being there, living there, etc., etc. I do recall asking her where she was from originally, and all she told me was that she was from very far away. And it's funny again because I'm hearing her voice in my head as this is weird. And I've never shared this story with anybody, so TikTok.
That's because she's actually probably speaking to you right now as we're listening to the story. As she was telling that story, she was probably in her head really talking to her, bro.
You're getting it first. She touched my shoulder at one point. And this is where things got really strange. She touched my shoulder. And I felt like I just froze. And even as I'm talking to you right now, I can distinctly remember that feeling of feeling frozen. And my hands were on the wheel because I could see my hands on the wheel. The car wasn't moving. And being frozen in that moment, I hear her voice, but not like I'm here talking to you in my head. I hear her voice telling me, don't be scared, that she's not going to harm me. And then after that, we're moving again. And I remember kind of turning and looking like that, and she was sitting back in the seat and her hands were on her lap. And I said, what did you do to me?
See, and they try to warn us, bro.
Smiled.
Skip.
And she says, I just leached some of your energy. And I said, what? She said, I just leached some of your energy. She said, this is going to sound crazy.
It would sound crazy until my father put me through all this training this year. And then, I used my Batman mind. So that brings me directly to a verse in the Bible where this woman, she could feel Jesus' power or something. Like, she was like, that's that nigga right there. That's that nigga. All I need to do is touch his garment. I just want to touch that nigga's clothes. He got the juice. Fuck, I don't even need to touch him. I just need to touch his cloth. He got the juice in him. And I said, the fuck, because it doesn't say she's energy draining, but she says, yeah, I just need to touch this guy. I got to touch him. And now with her saying this, I said, oh, shit. Is that why the father keeps telling you, don't shake nobody's hands? You salute niggas now. Don't touch me. You see, for a long time I've been saying this. I don't like people touching me. I feel weird. And it's because I think I got like this emotion or something, like I can feel you. And once you touch me, it's just like a vampire, except I don't drain energy or nothing. I could just see you. When I put my eyes on you, if I touch you and I talk to you, I absorb who you are. I can see who you really are. And when you go away from that, I can see you're lying. You know what I mean? It's more like I can read energy or some shit like that. Like, so I can understand the reversal of that, you know? Because I barely understand how this shit works at all. But I'm not dumb. Because Goku, Batman, all that shit. See, in this world, I'm a fucking baby. But in the understanding of that type shit, nigga, I'm the fucking greatest, nigga. I'm Ali in his prime, nigga.
I gotta show you it's true.
I don't know how to do spooky dookie, but it's because, like the book, the Lord said you don't need to. I'm your spooky dookie. All you need to do is call me. Learn my ways. See, his ways is a ritual. Duh. Being good is the same thing as you casting spells, goofy ass niggas. That's why I always be good. Because then, when you go to attack or you go to drain energy and whatever, you're going to get what you get. But you're getting the Lord, And I'm starting to think like the Matrix, What happened with the last one? Remember when the agent fought Neo? What was he doing, the agent? Yeah! He was transforming everybody. Instead of draining people, he was downloading. Now you're one of us, right? And what was the plan to stop that shit? Neo, the greatest fighter here, fucking never lost, and he the one! Them niggas told him, lose. Let him beat you. That's the plan. That's why Neo was fighting him, then he just stood there and said, come on. Because it was over for his ass. Why? Because the computers uploaded him with a virus. So, as soon as he jacked into him, he said, hey, you're dead. Bye-bye. Bye. So I'm starting to think, my father's going to create many of us. I'm not saying that's what I am, but I think that's what's gonna come. Cause how else can you defeat these fucking things? Like it said, some do energy, some do good energy. So that kind of like it's weird. Some do bad energy. See, if you're taking good energy, then you're kind of a bad person because you're draining good people of their energy and they need that to do things. If you're a bad one, like you take bad energy, well, you're kind of bad, but you're draining bad people. I don't really know how. I don't give a fuck about the other side, just like they don't care about me. But it also said blood and sexual energy. And that is like very plausible. So that always, to me, it doesn't even have to be, see, after listening to all these readings and then dealing with low-level fucking Super Saiyan ass people, see, I know this shit is real on a small level. Draining someone's energy is like what these fucking douchebags do to me. They tried noise campaigns keeping me up all night. That drains my energy. So I can't go to work and do good things. And then I get fired. And then, you get it? They get what they want by draining my energy. Did they do hocus pocus and magical spells? No. They use their energy to keep me up. Get it? So I understand this shit. That's why these motherfuckers can't win. Why? Because my father made sure I grew up in the projects with niggas with better systems than them. Their shit is weak. Niggas don't get it. I'm like, dog, I had to deal with worse at a younger age, nigga. And then I call the fucking cops on you and stop you whenever I want. I let you have fun. And I'll stop your fun whenever I want. Because I'm merciful, like my father. I understand you need energy. I understand you need to fucking do this. You survival of stealing energy. Survival of being a fucking... This is what all this has always been about. You people think this world's about money and gold, and that shit is fucking bullshit, fake shit, nigga. You goofy ass niggas. Your gold. Your money. Your energy. Your currency. Niggas don't understand this, bro. I do. I get it. I've always gotten it. Why? Because I've watched the things that you consider stupid. Hey, the cartoon. Well, Goku was a regular ass nigga, but his energy was so good that he surpassed the bloodline of royalty. And the royal niggas couldn't do nothing about it. He was mad. Vegeta was mad. There's nothing he could do. I got royal blood, but this peasant ass nigga got more energy than me. Wah! Because you were all evil and to unlock the true Super Saiyan power, you needed love. The thing you don't do. See, those cartoons really got the gems of the world. Why? Because if you want to change the world, you don't teach adults, you stupid fucking assholes. They're gonna die one day. They already have their opinions. If you want kids to know things that the adults won't do because they're stuck in their ways, you teach children, duh. Duh. You could watch one cartoon from back in the 80s and learn so much about science and real life or spirituality. Now, the cartoons are fucking goofy, dumb shit. But usually it always ties into spookity dookity rituals and dumb shit that you niggas don't even realize. And that's why most kids are fucking witches and warlocks now. And yous don't think it. Yous don't get it. Because you think it has to do with bubble spells, and no. If I give your kid drugs and tell them they're Superman, jump off the building, and they believe me, well, that's witchcraft, dog.
I'm a vampire. She said, but I'm not the type of vampire that you've been taught about in books and movies. She said, those types of vampires exist, but they're very rare these days. I'm a vampire that feeds off of energy. And all I have to do is touch you to get it. The vampires exist, but they're very rare these days. I'm a vampire that feeds off of energy. And all I have to do is touch you to get it. She said New Orleans is a great place for her and her kind to exist. And that there are quite a few members of their tribe, is what she called them. Kind to exist. And that there are quite a few members of their tribe, is what she called them. I think I remember this part of our conversation so significantly because I believe when she touched me, she implanted something in my mind, whether you want to call it a memory or a thought or an idea. But she gave me something of herself, probably, to where I can recall this portion of the interaction between us. Maybe she knew that eventually I would share the story with others and therefore maybe make it a little bit more acceptable for them to start, for her and her members to start presenting themselves. I don't know. I don't know why she even chose me for this. But she told me that there are vampires that survive off of good energy.
Guess I went a little past that now, right? But for me, she told you because it's the time of Aquarius. It's the Aquarius age, the age of knowledge, and that's what the witches and warlocks and all that. You study the, stars and all that shit. It'll tell you that. And if you study the Bible, it'll tell you that there's going to come a time where my Father reveals the truth about what's going on in the world. And that's it. And there's nothing no one can do about it. So it levels the playing field, for us mere mortals that don't fucking have a clue and literally are dumb. So I think that's why. And oh yeah, I keep playing the Star Wars thing, Order 66. It's because there's nothing new. There's division in everything, and everyone wants to survive.
There are vampires that survive off of bad energy. There are vampires that survive off of sexual energy, and there are vampires that survive off of blood. There are vampires that survive off of good energy. There are vampires that survive off of bad energy. There are vampires that survive off of sexual energy, and there are vampires that survive off of blood. There are vampires that survive off of good energy. There are vampires that survive off of bad energy. There are vampires that survive off of...
Now, me personally, got plenty of videos talking about it. I feel drained. You know, I feel weird. And I understand energy too because, you know, I've been putting a lot of work in. So, you know, that. And then evil eye. You know, multiple people all hate you. So, when they see you, they give you the evil eye, you know? That shit really has effect on people. Period. You know what I mean? To go over your head, I'll explain it scientifically. It's called the split theory. See, scientists figured out one day to go and look at atoms, and they want to see that what it looks like and how far they can go. So they go and see it, and they see the solidness, and then they go into that, and they see the molecules and the whatever the fuck you call it, and then they go further, and they see there's no matter holding the matter together. So they start wondering, that means my physical body really isn't fucking solid. There's just so much matter on top of matter on top of matter on top of matter on top of matter. We believe we're physical, but no. You get that? Now, in the slit theory experiment, they're shooting these atoms towards a wall, right? And they're trying to figure out something. So they're shooting it out of this gun, the photon gun, and they make it where it's straight. But it keeps going through the slit and then not ending up where it's supposed to be. You shoot something straight, it goes in a straight line. But the dots on the back of the fucking paper, it's showing up on different random spots of the wall. And they're like, that's not real life. We don't live in real life like that. When I shoot a fucking bullet, nigga, it goes straight. So they're like, well, why when I shoot an atom, it goes where the fuck ever it wants? It's never the same. So that would mean that that's complete random, that they know life's not random. So they're like, what the fuck is that? So then they put a camera to observe where the slit is and see how it's changing direction. In the moment of going through the slit, the fucking thing splits in two. They noticed or something like that. And then basically what happens when they're shooting the fucking atom, when they look at it, well, when they first started shooting it, right? It's going straight and hitting the wall the same way. Then they put a camera next to the slit to see the atom go through the thing. When they observed it going through the slit, it started going randomly. The point of what I'm saying is, what they figured out is when your human eyes, when you observe matter, matter will change the way it normally reacts because you're witnessing it. And they couldn't figure it out. And when I seen that, I said, thank you. You just proved to me my father's real. And when you go down to the microscopic shit, he's not going to let you figure the things out because he'll keep changing things around so you can't get the equations, thus making him the smartest man ever. You know, how we know the recipe to water but can't make it, how we know all these things but we can't make it. You get it? Because my father made reality, and he's got the code. So, when I say I understand a lot of things on the real beginner's level, but on a real cosmic level, it's not because I'm fucking making it up. Do I understand everything and how to do things? I don't fucking need to. My father's gonna do it for me.
Sexual energy, and there are vampires that survive off of blood. And
This
the one
is
is the
what you
only
don't
place
understand.
in the world where you can find members of all four of those vampire tribes. Maybe she wanted me to remember this portion of it as a warning.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. But
I don't want no
I knew
beef.
she wasn't lying. Just because of how I felt. felt it, and even now, it's crazy because I still feel like her hand is on my shoulder, which makes me wonder when she touched me, did she create some type of psychic connection between the two of us? I don't know, but I think I need to end this. Anyway,
Well, when you think about someone, have you ever thought about someone and then they be thinking about you? And then one of you call each other and be like, yo, I was just thinking about you. And you be like, yo, I was just thinking about you. Yeah, it's called we all can do that. Just some of us don't do it enough where we actually, lock in with each other because we're too busy fucking hating on each other for fake ass friends that tell us, that's not really a friend, they're not really cool. Y'all ain't got no psychic bond or nothing. Y'all motherfuckers just making it up. No, nigga, we really actually cool. The rest of y'all just hang around each other. Y'all friends.
I don't remember when I dropped her off at. I don't even remember dropping her off. The next thing I remember doing clearly was being in a part of town that I didn't remember how I even got there. And it was like 2 hours later. And I was just...
How many blackout night drunks? See, when you travel as little, but as much as I did, and you actually talk to women, you hear that story everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Yeah, I had a blackout night. Don't even know how I got home. So many men have that story. Yo, I was getting fucking right, bro, and I met this girl, and next thing I know, I was so tired for the next day, I was sleeping for like 2-3 days.
In a parking lot.
She was all over me, dog. She was sucking me up. She was riding me, and she was doing more than riding your ass.
Just in a parking lot. And I know it sounds weird, y'all.
I wonder why I'm celibate.
I probably shouldn't even record this. I probably shouldn't even be talking. I probably should not even be talking about this. I shouldn't. Another story time.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do about this, gentlemen? You gonna put your dick up? Huh? You gonna put your dick up now? Or is it not scary enough for you yet? It's not so fun being a cool guy anymore, is it? They're looking for niggas like you. You sure you want to be the bad bitch? The life of the party? I wonder why they call it that. You sure you got big dick energy? Are you sure you want it?
Rogue agent detected.
Nah, I don't think you niggas really want it. I don't think you understand what comes with true power. Little ass niggas.
Story time. The time I met a vampire. I just decided to record a video. One of them asking me.
So,
It's sick.
what are we gonna do about this?
And I see Jews.
Like, seriously, fellas, ladies. Now, I don't know how far this goes. I don't understand everything, obviously. And I'm sure we're all gonna start figuring things out I'm sure, you know, I ain't got no beef with y'all. And if you've been leeching, I suggest you get out my energy. You get it? Every time I learn, I only grow stronger in a way of how to stop shit. Or, call my father and say, go do your thing over there. My energy is for me and the things I need to do. Now, I don't mind, sound the horns. My daddy's in the building. It said some of yous like to take good energy. And I don't know if that makes you a bad person necessarily or whatever you want to call yourself. But to me it's bad because if there's no agreement and you're not giving nothing back, you're stealing. You I don't know, I don't want to upset anybody with my ignorant mind in words. Just like the Matrix creator thing said, we're willing to take certain measures to make sure we survive. You know? No one ever calls fucking peace, though. Oh, yeah, they did at the end of the movie and realized, yeah, we need these human beings. They're our energy source. Oh, is that what the movie was about? That they couldn't get rid of them. They fought against the humans, but they couldn't exterminate them. Why? Because they needed them. If they died off, they died off. You get it? And then people be like, but they're machines. Listen, if you don't have an opposition, first of all, if you're an internal enemy, you goofy ass nigga, and you get rid of your enemy, well then you have no more life. Your life's over. You won. And now what do? Nothing. Who the fuck wants to live in nothing, nigga? Especially if you're a bad guy. They kind of live for confrontation and, you know? So, my thing is, just like the Bible says, there's going to come a time of peace. Get it? And my Father's going to separate everybody. And everybody that goes with him, goes with him. Everybody that doesn't, doesn't. Now, like I said, I don't know how it works when it's talking about all these things. These 4 levels of taking people's energy, regular human beings use these same things. So I don't think it needs to be, oh, you're a vampire. We're all vampires. I don't care if you're on the good side. I'm a vegetarian. You're going to eat the plant. The plant takes energy from the sun. The plant is alive, and you're going to consume it to get energy. So no one's not a vampire. See, when you're on this level of intelligence and understanding, you kind of understand. You see things different. It's not even you understand anything. You just see things different because you learned. Now, if my calculations are right with all this rogue agent shit I keep playing and Civil War and all this dividing, you guys are probably going through some things, aren't you? Good guys or bad. Because it seems like, I always say there's 2 sides of everything. So even the ones that are draining good energy, you're on good or bad sides. And the ones that are draining bad energy, they could be good because they're draining from bad people. But they could be bad because they're doing it unbeknownst to them. And, the bad people may not be getting anything for it. See, you don't exchange energy, currency, without exchange. See, most bad people or the lack of knowledge ones, they think they could just indulge. You set off the balance of things, and then everyone loses. That's the true nature of this reality. If you overdo anything, if you take advantage of anything for too long, it'll fuck up everything, and then you'll lose yourself. You're gonna end up taking massive losses. Just the way it goes. See, I understand this by studying, like, all the people in the world, and the history and kings, and all that things. There's boundaries to everything, especially when you learn from the Sith. They're more strict on boundaries than good people. Rule with an iron fist. Fucking, there is no, you get a question. No, you get orders and that's it. You ain't thinking. You don't get to think. You get to do. You get to think how you're gonna do it. So what all these things, I'm just to me, it connects to everything. Everything that's going on now. People can't even see it. We're literally in the Matrix right now. Everyone is going to sit in their house, their little pod, and you're going to turn your fucking TV on. You're going to go inside your Matrix, your mind, and you're going to program it with whatever it can to make your reality comfortable. Get it? And they're going to siphon your money from you and your energy, because you had to work for that. So, you're getting siphoned for your energy. You get it? You get it? And if everybody stops going to work, the whole system comes crashing down, right? But then, well, how we run the cities, because then it'll be fucked up. And what are we going to turn the machines back on once they break? No, then everything becomes a wasteland and everyone loses. You see? Do you see? Yin and yang? Duh. I see. And that's when the negotiation tables are going to have to start coming up. Because, or, sheer will and force, like, the old days. And I don't know. I don't know how that goes. That's why my father said, get the fuck away from everybody. Start actually learning and paying attention to things. And do your own thing. Because the days of Noah are going to come back. And when you go read about what the fuck was going on in the days of Noah, you don't need other people to tell you non-human entities are real. That's why I laugh when people... I love how my father did things. He did it where everyone can mock him and say, well, that Bible and blah, blah, blah. You still ain't prove him wrong. It didn't come first. There were things that said they were talking about this stuff before the Bible. I know, the Bible said that. The Bible says that the Most High is Charles Xavier. And we didn't need books before. So the things that you think has nothing to do with the Bible, that's the Bible, you goofy ass, stupid fucking idiot ass niggas. The legends and the carvings on the wall, you fucking dumbasses. See, you idiots just can't comprehend that the Lord's been working with one group of people forever. And then those group of people made a big family, and then he deals with certain of those. You just can't get it in your head. Oh yeah, because they trained you to hate us. That's it. They trained you to say yous could have never been a part of nothing, but the Lord spares yous all the time. Yous been through the worst tragedies in the world. Yous have died for the world's sins. Like Jesus. But all yous focus just on Big Bro. I'm like, yo, there's Big Bros everywhere. And they're getting just what he got. And we don't even know about it. So I'm like, skip me with that, oh yeah, I forgot. If all you focus on one person and not realize the book says all of, like, majority of his that's why he came back. To warn us, like, yo, dog, this shit is the beginning, dog. You're gonna get it. You better follow the law so you don't get it. So I come protect you not to get what I got. Some of you gonna get it anyway, but you know, that's what the curses are for. You know? That's why I walk around and do what I do. Cause I, you know, kind of read. See, you guys hear this, that they tell you out of the story and he got pent up and then he went in the cave and then that's it. Well, in the old myths or whatever, what I, you know, the book and stuff and all that, when they did that, the Lord started fucking destroying shit. Blocked out the sun and fucking all types of weird shit started happening where everyone in the world knew, like, yo, oh fuck, we just fucked up. Where are those empires now? Oh, they're not there, huh? Oh. I wonder if my father said, okay, you did that, you're done. You're done. Now I'm gonna go make a new Sith Lord empire to go teach my children the long lesson, and I'm gonna raise more up, and when you do it to them, you're done. No one gets the game. I understood the game. It's called sacrifice. It's called the Lord loved us so much that, you know, he uses us to judge the whole world. What better way to judge the whole world than put your people on the bottom of everyone, and then, you know, you know how people treat people on the bottom, right? And then the whole world gets to sit back, and then one day we're all gonna look at the Father and say, I don't deserve no punishment. Remember your son, he covered in the blood of Christ. And he's going to be like, look what you did to that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one. That's Jesus' descendants. Look what you did to him. And then everyone will weep and shit in their pants, just like the Bible says. Because then you'll understand, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. You'll understand why James the Just said, when you see a broke ass nigga, don't treat him like shit. When you see the rich niggas, don't treat them super good. You treat everyone equal. You're going to treat both people like shit, or you're going to treat both people good. Because you don't know who works for my Father. You get it? That's first of all. Then you don't know who his children are. You know, usually just go by skin color and shit. But the Most High said, Jacob will never wax pale. There's 12 other, you know, there's 12 tribes, there's 12 brothers. So one nigga's gonna stay true and stay blackity black, and that means the rest of them niggas gonna be fucking other bitches and mixing down with other nations. And the Most High said, whatever ball sack you come from, that's who you are. So there's a bunch of people that look like every single nation in the world, but they're not those people. They're with the Most High. And the Lord's gonna wake them up, and you people don't know who they are, because all of you know the truth. You know? If you one of us, you don't get respect in a certain way. So when one of you, you know, doesn't give a fuck about none of that respect and will be broke and say, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to heaven and type shit. Fuck y'all worldly bullshit, you know? Well, when they make their kids, and a couple of generations down, their kids actually do want to be a part of the world and betray their family, well, they're going to go into, you know, they look like you now. They start making kids with only of that nation and get the black look out of them, you know? They're light. The next generation won't be brown light skin no more. They'll be the whatever complexion. They get it, and then you do it again, and now you got a motherfucker that look just like the original nation and not like the black man. You get it? And then nobody knows because they lie and say, no, I'm adopted. I'm ba 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 ba. Yous will make you get it? Yous play shuffleboard with your fucking names and shit. Because if you don't like your past, just change your fucking name. You get it? So my father's been setting up people everywhere. He's got fucking people everywhere that look like anybody. Just like the bad guys have people that look like us and been tricking us all this time. Black power, you my brother. No, you're not, nigga. You're Jamaican. I'm not Jamaican. I don't look like you. I don't talk like you. You're over there. You're this. You're that. You're that. We don't dress the same. If I eat your food, my body reacts differently. You can't move and maneuver the way I do. I can't move and maneuver the way you do. If I pray to your gods, I get nothing. If I pray to the Most High, nothing can stop me. So you're not like us. You're not gonna hit me with that bullshit. You know? 1 minute we're all allowed to be individual nations except for the black man. American black man, no. All black people are you. But, they'll all have their own name and you just got black man, black American. Get the fuck. The world's changing and I call peace. The peace unit needs to get brought together. The Suicide Squad of random different people that want to save whatever side they're on, their knowledge and shit, because the Most High's coming. Days of Noah,